If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, do you like what you see when you look at yourself in the mirror? My name's Carol Talbot. I'm the creator and founder of the Possibility Hub, and in Beauty Blast, I'm in conversation with holistic wellness and beauty consultant Katrina Valente. And in this conversation, we start at the beginning with a home care routine that you can start right now. Have you heard that saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder? Yet sometimes the beholder is you as you look at your reflection in the mirror. Do you like what you see? Or do you have some of those days where it's not so great? So I'm here with Katrina Valente. So welcome, Katrina. And you're going to help us get that glow back on our outer reality, on our outer reflection by talking about some home care, things that we can do.
Okay, well, hi, Carol. Thank you for having me. So, we all look in the mirror and we are all our inner critic. And, it really is important how you look, because people spend so much money on clothing, on handbags and shoes. But when you're interacting with someone, you're looking at their face. So isn't that the most important asset that you have? And, it all starts with good skin, and good skin starts with having the proper home care. So many people skip to the Botox or the injectables or the cheap pharmacy products. And really, if you invest a little bit of money in some good skincare, it's going to go a long way for you.
I like the fact you said the inner critic as well. It's usually blah, blah, blah. And you're right. People are very quick to say, oh, it's a quick fix with Botox or fillers. And then they're not reinforcing that shift or change or assistance they've had with fillers or Botox and go back to their old ways. So what can we do? Because there's just so much out there. You don't know if the claims are true. If this product says, oh, it's anti-aging, is it really? So what are we looking for?
So, I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to products, because professional products have a lot more active ingredients than what over-the-counter products have. And I always recommend that you go to a professional for a proper prescription on what you need for your specific skin type. And then you don't make any mistakes. And that consultation is more than often free of charge. So, you're getting the proper information so that you can go and get specifically what you need. And, clinical products are actually not that much more expensive than what you're paying for mainstream Clarins, Clinique, Lancome, these kind of products. So really long term, they make a much better effect and long-term result for the skin.
So when you say have a consultation, we're not talking about going to the local department store and having a consultation with one of those people, because obviously they're experts in their products. So you want to get an independent consultant, someone like yourself, who's a holistic beauty therapist. And then you also said active ingredients. What does that mean?
So active ingredients are things like alpha hydroxy acids, which are a derivative of fruit acid. And what they do is they regenerate the skin. Vitamin C and vitamin A, which is retinol, are two of the major anti-aging ingredients in any skincare routine, because what they do, vitamin C has a bigger molecule than a free radical, and it's the free radical, the environment, the pollution that eats away at the skin and causes aging and environmental damage, pigmentation, acne, wrinkles, that kind of thing. So a vitamin C molecule is bigger than a free radical. So when you use it in the morning under your moisturizer, it blocks the free radicals from penetrating the skin. So it's very beneficial to use AM. I wouldn't really bother wasting money on it in the night, because vitamin C is used to protect the skin from environmental pollution. And then we have vitamin A, which again is regenerative. So it tightens, it firms, it gets rid of pigmentation, fine lines, and we usually use that at night because retinol can be a little bit photosensitive with the sun.
Okay. And, you know, as soon as people hear or see the word acid, we kind of think, oh, no, that must be bad. And I know, is it hyaluronic acid as well? I've also heard.
Hyaluronic acid is made by our body. It's a completely natural ingredient. And what it does is it binds itself 1,000 times of its own weight in water. So what it does when you put it on the skin, and you would always use it as a serum, and a serum goes on after you've washed and toned your face, it fills your skin full of water. So it's one of the major anti-aging products that you can use.
And since there's a lot out there, the good, the bad, the ugly, again, how do we know which is a good one, or does it any make?
Well, I think with hyaluronic acid, you know, that they're all, you know, the molecule is the same, really. You're going to get different quality, but you don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money on a hyaluronic acid. Most of the skincare companies do carry it now. I mean, if you were to ask me, obviously, some people don't have the money to spend on clinical products. If you were to go into the supermarket, two of my favorites would be Olay and L'Oreal. They have quite good ingredients. They're not bad for a cheaper line product.
Oh, that's so nice to know for the people who don't want to be spending so much on products. So first step is to have a consultation to see somebody who's neutral in terms of not pushing certain products and is neutral, to be able to assess your skin, to give you the home care routine that you need. And I'm assuming
it's better to go, you would go to a therapist, like in a clinic or a spa, to give you their professional opinion, because most of us are there to ensure that you have beautiful skin, not to sell you a product. That is not my primary task, you know.
Okay, so that means that you can advise in a neutral way of which are good products, that there are some in your supermarket that would be able to meet your budget, and then you can go the other end of the scale as well. So what would be a typical home care routine, and does that, I'm assuming that would differ according to the age of the person, where they live, what type of skin they have, what they've been doing so far, or what they haven't been doing so far?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've always said that prevention is better than cure. So the earlier you start, the better. I started cleansing my face when I was 12 years old. My mother taught me very well. And, you know, now in later life, I still have amazing skin, even though I do say so myself, but I have looked after it for all these years. So what you must do is you must cleanse and tone. You have to have clean skin in order for the next product that you put on to penetrate fully. Otherwise, it just sits on the top of the skin doing absolutely nothing. So cleanser, toner. Obviously, the dry skin, the sensitive skin, the oily skins, we need the specific product for the specific skin type. A cleanser and toner is like a shampoo and conditioner. You wouldn't use one without the other. And, you know, I want to tell you that these makeup wipes and stuff are really not you cleansing your skin. They're very chemical. They're used to remove makeup. They're not used specifically to clean the skin. There's a difference.
Okay, so once you've taken your makeup off, you need to clean the skin. Now, what about old-fashioned, good old soap?
Soap is very drying. It's got a high pH. So soap is not really an option. There are soaps that you can get within a skincare range, which are made up from different ingredients, which is okay, but I much prefer a face wash and a cream cleanser if you have older, drier skins. But face washes come mostly for all different skin types. There's nothing like a bit of soap and water, as you say, but you need that correct pH balance.
Okay, so once you've face wash and you've removed the makeup, then you've cleaned your face with a face wash. It's toning.
So toner. And I will mention that in the evening, you should wash your face twice over. You've been out all day, you're collecting dust and grime from the environment, makeup. So you wash your face once to get the top layer off, and the second time to make sure it's squeaky clean. And I much prefer to use a damp face cloth, because then you can get around all the hairline and really give a good rub, so you're getting a little bit of abrasion as well. Exfoliation is very important. We should all be exfoliating at least once a week, twice a week for drier skins, 10 days for maybe an oily skin, because exfoliation gets rid of the dead skin cells. We have thousands, hundreds of thousands of cells that are regenerating every day, and we're losing them. But if you don't get rid of them properly, you get a buildup on the skin, which blocks the creams from penetrating properly. Now, next up is...
Can I just interject there? In exfoliation, are there, again, the good, the bad, the ugly? Because I'm thinking,
yeah,
you know, you can make your own with certain types of salt and oils and things. What would be too abrasive? You know, there's many products out there for exfoliation.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the... I'm not really a fan of scrubs with salts or beads or apricot kernels. I think they microscopically scratch the skin. I much prefer gel alpha hydroxy acids, which you put them on, you massage them around, and you feel a little bit of a tingling as they eat away at the dead skin cells. Some train of thought is that we don't exfoliate at all, and we just need a good massage, a good cleansing routine, and that should be enough. But most people are not that particular. So I think, you know, if you do a mild exfoliation once a week is a good thing to do.
All right, and then into toner after the cleansing face wash, and maybe a little bit of stimulation with a flannel, into toner?
Toners. So toners, what they do is they get rid of excess makeup and they bring the skin back to its natural pH, ready for the next step, which is the moisturizer, and they close the pores. So toners are very important for oily skins. For drier skins, you get toners now with AHA in them, which feel a bit tingly, but they're exfoliating the skin. So it's making the skin nice and smooth long term. Toners come in many different formats. Nowadays, you get a lot of sprays, which are amazing. You can keep them in your handbag and spray your skin throughout the day, and it gives you instant hydration. If it's a toner with that you decant, you need to wet a cotton pad, rinse it out so it's damp, and then put a few drops of the toner on the cotton pad. So you save a lot of toner from it being absorbed into a dry cotton pad. Wipe it over your skin, leave it. The next step is moisturizing. Okay,
and so most people think moisturizing is the most important part. Would that be correct?
Not really. The cleansing is the most important part. You know, if you don't have clean skin and you go to put serums and creams on top of that, you're going to get a build-up, you're going to get spots, you're going to get clogged pores, blackheads, whiteheads.
Okay.
So actually, before the moisturizer, you would use a serum. I mean, if you're over 30, I would start using serums. Serums are specific to the skin type, and they come in a gel or a liquid solution. It's not a cream, it's different, it's lighter. So it's absorbed into the skin easier, quicker. And then that deals with certain issues like oiliness, fine lines and wrinkles, or pigmentation.
Okay, so what about face masks? You know, the face masks that you can just buy at the local pharmacy or the supermarket to sort of rehydrate. Are they good or bad? Are they worthwhile or not?
You know, I mean, I think you should just trial and error. The thing is that the cheaper products mean more chemical. This is the only thing I would say. and some people can be allergic to it, but most of the time they're okay and you can get away with it. But you're better having a clay mask or a cream mask. Not that, are you talking about the sheet masks, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So you know, for oily skins, the clay absorbs excess oil. It's a cleanser, it's a purifier. And then for drier skins, you want a hydrating mask that usually comes in a cream format.
Okay, so we're back to moisturizing. Which one, how often, how much?
Okay, so moisturizing, you need to do twice a day. Nowadays, a lot of the clinical brands have one moisturizer that you can use day and night. Or you have the option to use a moisturizer for the day, which is usually lighter, because a moisturizer AM is to protect. A night cream is to nourish, because although everything in the body slows down in the night, everything to do with the skin speeds up, and that's when the regeneration process is happening. So you need a slightly richer cream. Obviously, if you've got oily skin, you always use a cream that has no oil in it. It has to be water-based. But oily skins still need to moisturize, and it's a mistake a lot of oily skins do, is they don't moisturize because they have oily skin. But what happens with that is they still can get the fine lines and wrinkles and the very dull looking complexion. So you just need the right product for the right skin type.
Okay, so when you said moisturize twice a day, does that mean taking off all your makeup, using the face wash, toner, and then applying moisturizer a day again, and then on with your makeup again?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
it sounds a lot, but it's really not. I mean, it takes literally a minute. It takes me to wash my face, tone, serum, moisturizer, eye cream, it's done. Sunblock. But nowadays, a lot of the foundations have SPF in them. At night, obviously, you have to cleanse, tone, moisturize. You're going to sleep. You need to go to sleep with a clean skin. And you have to wash your face in the morning. A lot of people think because I went to bed with a clean face, I don't have to wash it in the morning. That's not true. We sweat at night, we secrete oil. You need to clean your skin. You've been sleeping for 6 to 8 hours. That's a long time of regeneration. So you need to freshen your skin and start all over again.
I think it's one of the nicest things when you wake up in the morning to wash your face and splash it with cool water. It's what wakes you up, isn't it? So to me, it's an absolute definite. Okay, so let's go through this stage again of home care that you can do, or you can start in terms of just cleaning your face thoroughly and what we go through. So do you want to guide us through one more time?
Yeah. So, you know, if you're a beginner, I don't like to overwhelm anyone with too many products. You need the bare essentials. So if you're starting out, if you're below 30, cleanse, tone, moisturize, sunblock. Obviously, you don't use a sunblock in the evening, but if you're living in a hot country, a sunblock is best, even if you're not, because in the light of day, there is UV light attacking your skin and degenerating it. So a sunblock is a must. It's the #1 thing for anti-aging when you use a sunblock every day. Over 30s, you need to think about a serum and an eye cream added into that equation. So you cleanse, tone, serum, moisturizer, eye cream, SPF. And then obviously you use the eye cream twice a day. You can have one eye cream for day and night. You know, in all the years I've been doing this, which is 28, I've never really found an eye cream that I can tell you is wow. But eye creams are used because the skin around the eyes is much more delicate than the rest of your skin. But, you know, there are people that say you can use your moisturizer just as well. And, you know, in a way that's correct. What you find if you use too much of a heavy cream around your eyes, you might start getting the tiny little white spots. And that's a buildup of calcium or too much of a heavy cream. So if that happens to you, you know the reason why.
Okay, so you gave us a tip earlier on there are certain makes within the supermarket. I think it was Olay and one other. What was the other?
L'Oreal.
L'Oreal that are not too expensive. If people want to go, you know, more for a named product from sort of the department store counters, are there some that you would recommend more over others? And I know I'm putting you on the spot here. Are there, you know, or is it really just a personal thing? I mean, you've told us what to look for on the labels. We're looking for, you know, certain ingredients and more natural ingredients. Are there certain makes that you, having been in this field for so long, rate?
You know, look, the places like Sephora, you're paying for the marketing, you're paying for the packaging. I will always say, if you're going to spend that money, go and get a professional product. In professional products, they're paying for the ingredients. They're not paying for the packaging or so much the advertising, because these products are sold only within professional establishments such as spas and clinics, and you get much more for your money, in my humble opinion. So products like Environ is one of my favorites. It's a South African product. It's clinical standard. And it's from the whitest of skins to the blackest of skins. And it has very good percentages of vitamin C and vitamin A. And they have a ladder system where you start with the moisturizer number 1 and you can go to number 5. The vitamin C number 1 to number 4 plus. So your skin just gets stronger and stronger and stronger as you go through the numbers. If you want to go organic, another one I like is Eminence. Eminence Organics, a beautiful range. Unfortunately, they've stopped selling it in Dubai, but you can still get it online, and the smells are beautiful. There's a wide range of products within that company that you can have that will deal with any kind of skin type at all. And then DMK, which is another professional brand, which is also very good. American, Daniel Montague King is a New York plastic surgeon in his 70s, and he created this brand many, many years ago. So these are my top 3 picks, and they're products that I've worked with for a long time, and I've tried other things, but for me personally, these cannot be beaten. And,
you know, what's a product that when people do look in the mirror and go, oh, that would be a quick fix to lift your face almost immediately, that helps people just on those days where they really do look in the mirror and go, oh no?
A product, I mean, Environ do a Frown Serum that's very good. It softens the lines within minutes of putting it on. Hyaluronic acid, you know, stand and give yourself a facial massage for 5 minutes. When you get the blood flow going into the skin, it makes a big difference, you know. And if you get in the habit of doing that every day for just 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, you'll see a big difference in the skin, because the blood and the oxygen comes to the surface and it gives you a glow.
Yes, I've often thought that it's not just the products when you go for a facial, it's the fact that your face has been touched and massaged for a while, at least an hour. So if you start doing that to yourself, as you say, you're bringing the blood to the surface, you're bringing it back to life.
And there's a lot of home devices that you can use. Maybe we'll dedicate another session to the home care devices, but they're also very beneficial. I'm pleasantly surprised by what's on the market these days, actually.
Okay, well, I shall look forward to discussing some of those devices, the good and the even better ones. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.